In our previous video, we learned that human urine contains important nutrients and can serve as a natural fertilizer. But how exactly can you use it? Can you pour it directly on crops? How much should you apply? And what mistakes should you avoid? Today, I'll be showing you the practical steps for using urine as fertilizer safely and effectively. Welcome to Chijane Agritech, where we explore techniques and technologies in agriculture. If you are new to this channel, thank you for stopping by. Please like this video, feel free to share and subscribe. Before we go into how to apply, let's look at the facts. Commercial fertilizers are rated by their NPK ratio: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And human urine is packed with these exact micronutrients, especially nitrogen, which is the fuel plants need to grow massive, vibrant green leaves. In fact, a healthy person's urine is typically an NPK ratio of roughly 11 to 1 to 2. It is essentially an organic, fast-acting version of urea. It is even better because nutrients are already dissolved in liquid, so your plants can absorb them almost instantly compared to solid compost, which takes months to break down. Now, you cannot just go into your garden and pour raw urine directly on your plants. It is far too concentrated, full of salt, heavy ammonia, and will burn your plant's roots instantly and kill them. Many experts recommend storing urine before use. Storage helps reduce potential health risks and allow natural changes to occur in the liquid. When storing, keep containers tightly closed, then store in a shaded area away from children and animals. To use it safely, you must remember the golden ratio, 1:10. For every 1 part of urine, you must mix it with 10 parts of clean water. If you are feeding young seedlings or delicate potted plants, make it even weaker by increasing it to 1:15 or 20 ratio. When properly diluted, the liquid turns a very pale straw color, which makes it perfectly safe and ready for your soil. If you think the stored urine smells too bad and you cannot take it, then you may consider this farmer's method of dilution with ash.
So we have this every day. It's an icky thing that we tend to just push away, but there's a few steps that we've taken that we can utilize this resource effectively. First thing you might be thinking of is, ew, urine stinks. Fresh out of the body, it is sterile, but then it goes through ammonia process, which is basically the off-gassing of nitrogen. So I've had times where I collected buckets and Ren was like, ew, that's stinky. And that's just not the way anybody needs to be doing things. So one thing I learned recently was to either add ashes. I put about 4 inches of wood stove ashes in the bottom of the bucket, and that'll drop the pH and it'll prevent that ammonia process from happening. So it'll contain more nitrogen, and then it'll also add potassium. You could also add a cup or two of vinegar or a teaspoon of citric acid to a 5-gallon bucket. So the first thing is you want to store it in a way that you can use it for your plants without having the off-gassing, loss of nitrogen, and the stinky no funness. So once you have it, what we like to do is dilute it about 3 to 1. We'll put it on moist soil, and what we're trying to do is feed the soil, not the plants. So we got some rosemary and some tomatoes, and as you can see, they could use some nutrition. They could use some nitrogen. So after it's been diluted, I'll usually strain out the majority of the ashes and add 3 parts water to 1 part urine. And then I use it as a soil drench. So I'm careful not to add it to plants, but basically I'm adding it to the soil. Now you can use it undiluted too. I feel like it's easier to use it when it's diluted, but what this is doing is basically feeding the underground rhizosphere. So it's feeding the roots of the plants, and this level of potency of fertility is going to burn the leaves. So if you do apply it, it's best to apply it either after a rain, after irrigation, right before irrigation, generally when the soil is moist, because you want that nitrogen and phosphorus to be connected to the moist soil.
This liquid gold is best used on plants that crave nitrogen to build structural growth. Examples are living greens like fluted pumpkin leaves, spinach, and cabbage, or heavy garden crops like maize and onions. The application rule is always pour mixture directly into the soil at the base of the plant. Never spray it directly on the leaves of the fruit that you intend to harvest and eat. The best time to apply it is early in the morning or late in the evening. This will reduce nutrient loss and plant stress. If you are taking any heavy prescription medications or antibiotics, skip using your urine for that week. For general backyard safety, simply stop applying the mixture to your vegetable beds 2 to 3 weeks before your final harvest. Nature and the soil microbes will clean up the rest. Remember to monitor your plants. Watch for improved leaf color, faster growth, and better vigor. Also watch for signs of over-application such as leaf burns, excessive lush growth, or salt buildup. With proper use, many farmers have reported greener leaves, improved plant growth, reduced fertilizer expenses, and better nutrient recycling. Results vary depending on soil quality, crop type, weather, and management practices. Human urine can be a valuable fertilizer when used correctly. The key is proper collection, storage, dilution, and application. Agriculture is full of opportunities to turn everyday resources into productive tools. Have you ever tried using urine fertilizer on your farm before? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video useful, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.